Bonjour, Katie Nadizhnikas. Hey, who are you?
Emily Nadizhnikas.
Bonjour, Emily. Emily's here today to help me with this activity. You might have remembered from some of my videos before that I really like plants and I really like growing flowers and I have gardens and all that stuff. So since it's spring, I thought it would be fun to do a little activity having to do with plants. So today we are going to make a greenhouse out of a Ziploc bag. Emily, do you know what a greenhouse is for?
Yeah, for plants.
Well, what's important about it?
So it doesn't get rain inside.
Yeah, greenhouse doesn't get rain inside. You're right about that. But greenhouses are great for plants because they make a really nice warm area for them to grow. And then inside the greenhouse, the condensation will stay. So all the moisture will stay inside the greenhouse, and that's really good for the plants. So that's what we're going to do today with this Ziploc bag. So all you need to make this craft is a piece of paper, any color you want. A computer-sized piece of paper is good. Ziploc bag. You need a paper towel with some water. Thank you. A ruler, a pencil, scissors, and the last thing you need are these, Emily. Can you hold one up to the screen? Just pick it up in your fingers. Thank you. Does anybody know what that is? Do you know what it is, Em?
Seeds.
It's a seed. Yep. So in this case, we're using pea seeds, but you could use bean seeds or any seeds you have at home that you want to try. So what I've done is taken some of the seeds and I put them in a dish of water and I've let them sit for a few hours. This helps the seeds to germinate, which means grow, because they trap a lot of water inside and they soak it up and they need water to grow. So this will help give them a good healthy start. So today we're going to use the seeds that have been soaked in water. Okay, so we're going to do the first part of our activity, which is actually making the greenhouse. And this is to hang in a window. So we'll take our piece of paper and I'm going to fold it right in half down the middle. You can see it's folded in half. Now, Emily, I have a question for you. What two shapes are generally used to make up a cartoon house shape?
A triangle and a square.
Yeah, triangle and a square. So today we're going to draw a triangle and a square on this paper in order to make a house shape. And I'm going to do it and then I'll show you what I drew.
Here you go.
Can I have the ruler, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. So I've drawn from the folded end, the paper, the corner, a slope like this. And when I cut it, it's going to start to make the shape of our greenhouse. Do you want to cut it, Emily?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we start from here?
Yep. Okay, good. So that's the part we don't need. This is the part that we actually need. So Emily's cut it. So let's open it up. It's already starting to look like a house. But now we have to cut a big hole in the middle for our Ziploc bag to go. So I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to draw a square and I'll cut it out. I'll show you as I go. So that's what I've drawn. It's more of a rectangle right now, but when we open it up, it'll look more like a square.
It's half
So
of a square.
Emily, do you know how to cut this out?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to cut it? Which edge are you going to cut it from? The cutted edge or the fold?
The folded edge.
The fold, that's
But
right.
there's no
That's a trick for making a
window.
hole in the middle of a piece of paper. It is a window. It's a window in our greenhouse.
Glass.
So Emily, can you show everybody how you cut it? Ooh, there is our greenhouse. So since these folds are here, I'm just going to fold them the opposite way so that it helps them be a bit more flat. Wow. Emily, will you hold the Ziploc bag up to there and we'll see if it fits?
Magically fits.
Oh yeah, that fits pretty good. That is perfect. Okay, now Emily and I are going to color the greenhouse and then we'll show you when we're done. Okay, we're all done coloring our greenhouse. Before we show you though, I'm going to show you the back. This is what I forgot to ask you guys. Does anybody see where the triangle and the square are?
I'm smart, so I already know.
You're smart, so you already know? Well, why don't you tell us? Where's the triangle and the square?
There's a triangle here and a square here and another square. So there's
Right.
2 squares. And
So there's the triangle at the top and the square at the bottom, and those make a house. Emily, show everybody what we colored on our greenhouse.
3, 2, 1.
Katie and Emily's greenhouse. We put flowers, a sun,
a
tree,
grass. The
looks
bottom.
great. Okay.
Beautiful.
Now for the Ziploc bag part. We have our Ziploc bag, and I have a little glass of water here. So I'm going to ask Emily to take our paper towel, we don't need too much, or a napkin, and put it in the water. But just keep it over there. Because we want to get the paper towel wet. Yeah, go ahead and put it in. Perfect. We don't need it soaking wet. So once you get it wet, you can squeeze it out a bit.
Gently so it doesn't rip.
So can you see how it's all wet now? We're going to open it up and stick it inside our Ziploc bag. Emily, would you mind opening the bag for me?
It's already open.
Okay, so we've put it at the bottom. It's a little hard to see.
Wrinkles.
And we're going to put some seeds right here. We're actually going to do 4 today. I wouldn't do any more than 4 because it would get too crowded. Okay, Emily, go ahead and put them in.
Here's 1, 2.
And these are the seeds, remember, that we soaked in the
3,
water.
4. Wet seeds.
Okay, great. 4 little seeds. I'm just going to space them out a little bit. Can you see them? They're there. Bejig, Nijin, Nissen, Niwin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seeds. So now we've got to close the top of the Ziploc bag. This is so the moisture stays inside.
Whatever that means, but okay.
There we go. Now, we want to tape our greenhouse bag into our greenhouse frame so that this side is facing towards us because we want to be able to see it. So we're going to tape it in like this.
We need tape.
Now, Emily, would you mind doing the taping?
Yeah. It should look like
Here
this.
is our greenhouse. I'm going to flip it around
From the back.
to show you where Emily taped it.
Should look like that.
Can you see how she taped all 4 sides? So it's nice and secure. Yes. So now this greenhouse, you can tape it in your window so it's facing you from the inside. We'll put it right against the window like this. And then every day you can check to see if the seeds are growing. Thanks for making a Ziploc bag greenhouse with us today. That was fun. I can't wait to see the seeds grow, and it'll make me feel like summer is almost here. Mina waga wabaman.
But it's fall.
Miskwo wabagwan. Miskwo zawa wabagwan. Ozawa wabagwan. Ojawashkwa anibish. Ojawashkwa kijik. Minangozi Wabagwan. Waba Misqua Wabagwan. Waba Wabagwan. Gega Makadewa Wabagwan.